Is going into every single detail of Hillary Clinton's interviews. Just look at the lineup with me of the journalists set to talk with her. First up, you have ABC's Diane Sawyer, and then also with ABC, Robin Roberts. A live town hall on June 17th right here on CNN, moderated by our own Christiane Amanpour. She'll be talking to Hillary Clinton. There is also Jane Pauley for CBS. NBC's Cynthia McFadden. And at Fox, you have Bret Baier and Greta Van Susteren set to do this joint interview. So let's bring in our senior media correspondent and host of Reliable Sources, Mr. Brian Stelter. And listen, when you look at the lineup, it's all ladies.
And I wonder, is it a coincidence or is it a conscious choice?
Come on now.
A lot of people say when it comes to Hillary Clinton, nothing is a coincidence. On the other hand, I did reach out to Clinton's camp. They declined to comment on the record, but a person close to the decisions, you can guess who that might be, said no, it was unintentional. In fact, we didn't notice till you, Brian, just told us about it. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what they said. Whether or not it is intentional, it's interesting because when you are sitting with whoever you're being interviewed by, it affects the tone of the conversation.
Absolutely.
I might argue that if it was 7 men she was being interviewed by, not 7 women, that would be just as interesting. Maybe actually even weirder, more troublesome. You look at diversity in the media.
Sure.
There is still an imbalance between men and women. And I wonder if in her own little way, she's tipping the scale a little bit.
Sure, of course. I mean, I obviously I love seeing all the different women who get a chance to sit down with Hillary Clinton too, and you have to wonder if they're thinking down the line in terms of voters. You always want to get that female vote, and so perhaps women seeing all these women may help. Who knows? That's way down the line.
Well, and by the way, you might get asked tougher questions. I mean, there are
Absolutely,
lots of. You might get asked more about the hair.
women.
You might get more asked about Monica Lewinsky. There might be more tough questions in some points that you can deliver more effectively. A lot of this is theoretical. It's hard to say for sure, but every detail of this book rollout is scrutinized so closely, even the gender balance of the interviewers.
Yeah. Can we talk about the hair, Stelter?
Oh, did I mention the hair?
Let's mention the hair because much ado about the hair. And I think, in talking to some folks on my team earlier, they made the point. First of all, listen, it's People Magazine, okay? Second of all, there has been, and I don't mean that pejoratively, I just mean this is not, as to quote my friend John Berman, this is not The Economist.
Right.
At the same time, Jonathan Wald. Our friend Jonathan Wald. What did he? I loved his.
One of the most Twittery producers here at CNN.
Very Twittery.
We'll put up his tweet on screen. He was making the point that this hair thing is valid because she even puts it in her Twitter bio. Her Twitter bio says
hair
she's a
icon,
hair
pantsuit aficionado. So which is there we go. Where's Wald?
She has leaned into this idea, and it's a perfectly reasonable question to be asking. Now, do men get asked about their hair? I don't, but some do. Some do. I remember back in the 1970s, Jimmy Carter changed his hairstyle, got a lot of press for that at the time.
You talked about Barack Obama's evolving grayishness.
Yes. I think we've all paid close attention to his hair color over the years. It is different for women. There's no doubt about it. But whether you're a male or female politician, there is some interest in the hair. She's in a league of her own.
We'll look for your article.
Yes, just posted a column about this on CNN Money, about this issue of the female interviewers and whether it's a coincidence or not. Each interviewer is for a very specific reason. For example, Christiane Amanpour, chief foreign correspondent here at CNN, chief international correspondent, the book is a lot about Hillary Clinton's time as Secretary of State.
Sure.
So that makes a lot of sense. Diane Sawyer, first interview, makes a lot of sense. She has one of the biggest nightly newscasts in the country.